If Z28s are all about stripes and wings, what happened here? This week's car is interesting. It's definitely not flashy, it's not super rare. It's part of the Brothers collection because it's unique and it is a low mileage example of, you know, pretty cool muscle car, but it's one that some people are either going to love or hate. It's a 1973 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, and what makes it different is being a 73, it was in the beginning of the era of the emissions equipment. The horsepower level was down. It was only rated at 245 horsepower from the factory, so it's not, you know, the fastest car on the street, but it was the premium package you could get in a Camaro in 1973. It does have a 4-speed, which is cool. The Z28 only 15-inch rally style wheels. But what is unique about the car is that the way it looks is different from most Z28s. First of all, the color scheme is a white ivory color, and it has a very rare but factory installed blue vinyl top. So it doesn't look like a speedy car from a graphic standpoint. It has the Z28 stripe delete package, which means there are no stripes on this car. Most of the Z28s, you could tell them right away because they had Z28 badging and the stripes, and this car has the badges but no stripes. Another thing that's missing from the appearance package is the rear wing. So when the gentleman ordered this car new from Chevrolet, he specified no Z28 stripes and no rear wing, which gives it this interesting look. Inside the car, the interior color is what they call natural, which is kind of funny because it's all vinyl interior. There's nothing natural about it, but this is apparently what they call the natural state of the vinyl, and it's kind of a yellowish color. It definitely has a unique look. So this was a special order car, which kind of explains all of this stuff. I don't think Chevrolet could have made this car in this color scheme and pumped it out to a dealer lot and have somebody come by and fall in love with it and buy it. I mean, when I look at it, I see, you know, basically it's a white t-shirt with a pair of blue jeans on top. You know, the interior is this natural vinyl color, and the carpet is brown. I mean, it's total 1973. None of it really goes together, but I think this weird combination is kind of what makes this car cool. It's definitely a different looking kind of car, but it still did pack that 245 horsepower V8 and 4-speed, so, you know, it's definitely something that was fun to drive, maybe not quite as fun to look at. The 350 Turbo Fire V8 made 245 horsepower, had a little bit lower compression ratio, and the power rating was down because they were now using the net ratings, which accounted for the alternator and the power steering and all that stuff, taking some of the power. It wasn't just the motor by itself. But if it didn't have the 350 and the 4-speed, I mean, this car would be as exciting as a glass of milk. There were a few things that were new for 1973 that were found on this car. This is the first time you could get a space-saving spare tire, and this car came with that new. The 350 V8 now had hydraulic lifters instead of the solid lifters, so it was a little smoother and a little bit quieter. And there was a couple things inside the car. You could get power windows, and on the automatic cars, they changed the shifter style, but of course this one has a 4-speed, so it looks like all the rest of them. And this car is a survivor. It's wearing all of its original sheet metal. It's been repainted once. The vinyl top is still original, and it's only showing, I don't know, about 48,000 miles on the clock. So it's kind of a time capsule. It's amazing, you know, if this was bright red with Z28 stripes and the wing and the whole package and the split bumper, it might have gotten driven a lot harder, but this one, who knows? Or maybe it was a street racer, but it's not that fast. So it's just kind of an oddball. One of the many unique cars in the Brothers collection. Well, one thing's for sure, it is unique and a very well preserved Z28. You can let us know what you think about this car on our Facebook page, or maybe even something in the YouTube comments. And while you're there, press the subscribe button and you'll never miss an episode or an interesting car on Muscle Car of the Week.